Alright peeps, I'm going to show you how I speed clean my bathrooms, and it doesn't take any time at all, but they're actually cleaned and sanitized without having to use a million different products. So the first thing I do is spray the descaler in the drains, and I go through and spray this in all three of the drains of the sinks I'm cleaning, because lo, they are awful. Our extremely hard water makes all of the drains look terrible in just 1 week. Next thing I do is I wet my EnviroCloth, which I already did, and fold it up and get it ready to use. So I'm going to get all the water stains off of the mirror, and this is easier to do when I'm not holding my phone, but wipe down the outside so I get the dust, and wipe down the mirror so I get the water streaks, and then just basically just wipe it down and it's clean. Next, I'm going to wipe the light switches and doorknobs, trying to get germs off of all of the high touch areas that anybody might touch. And now, I know I'm OCD, but I actually wipe my soap dispenser as well. So, get that out of the way. You can see all this super hard water, and so I'm just going to wipe it off with the EnviroCloth. In the past, I had to use Ajax and a toothbrush and all kinds of things trying to get it off. With this, it just comes right off, as you can see, just with the EnviroCloth and water. The only thing I would need a toothbrush is if my hands are too small. And I just wipe down my sink, and it is just covered in this hard water stuff. And now I'm going to wipe down the drain. Just run some water in here to rinse things out. That's a piece of mulch. Okay. Alright. This out. Get my window cloth. This is not a very good video because I'm trying to clean and hold the camera at the same time, but as you can see, it's nice and clean and shiny now. All the water spots are gone, the mirror's nice and clean, and now I'm off to wiping down the toilet. To clean my toilet, I'm going to use my Norwex silicone brush, the bathroom cleaner just for the toilet bowl, and then my wet EnviroCloth. So I usually start with squirting out the bowl first so it can sit there for a minute. I don't use very much. And this brush is great because it has this little thing that goes underneath the edges, which for those of us who are very particular, that is great news. And then just kind of spread it around in there, and I'm going to let it soak while I clean the rest of the toilet. Get in there. So I take my EnviroCloth and again go from clean to dirty, but that's just because I'm a nurse and that's what I was taught to do. I remember using disinfectant wipes to do this, and basically any dust or hairs or anything that were on the top, I would just wipe it down and it would just move them around instead of removing it. Anyone who's used disinfecting spray or wipes may or may not have read the instructions and known that you have to actually keep things wet for several minutes for it to actually disinfect. With Norwex, just because the EnviroCloth is so dense, it's actually removing the germs instead of trying to kill them, which some people don't really manage because they're not using their products as per instructions. So with the EnviroCloth, I love that every time I wipe, it's actually taking things away and wiping up not just debris that I can see, but also the germs that I can't see. Now that I've wiped down the whole toilet, I'm going to take the brush and clean up and I don't know if you can see the debris, but again, our hard water makes stains inside of the toilet bowl, and it just takes my silicone Norwex brush and the bathroom cleaner. Really, you should leave it on maybe a little bit longer than what I did, but for the video I just went ahead and proceeded, and it's coming off anyway even though I didn't let it soak. So you can see everything is nice and clean, sparkling. All I have to do is rinse out my EnviroCloths, hang them up to dry so they can self-purify, and they're ready to go again. So with just a few little items, I cleaned up my bathroom. Now I'm going to go clean the other bathroom just the same, and it just takes a few minutes.